Go get him, Tigers. Basic mathematics, add, subtract. Me and the mic, we got this animal attraction. Roll out the bed, the fancy, yellow cabs pass me by. I go to Nancy, my TV moves like cameras in action. It's the
joining us for this Valentine's Day presentation of the NBA. It's a matchup you're going to love right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got a special treat for you folks tonight. Sports writing heavyweight Bill Simmons is in the house. Bill, welcome to 2K Sports.
What an honor. I've been waiting for the invite for years.
We've been waiting for the acceptance. Thank you for joining us.
Let's do this.
For the Timberwolves, this is the last game before heading back to Minnesota. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
Yeah, fourth and final matchup on the season, guys. And coming into this one, having won 2 of the first 3, there's the confidence there. The question is whether or not they can pull off the win tonight.
Well, there's no question about the confidence. They're looking to finish strong and close it out with the win. These two teams very familiar with one another at this point. Should make for a very combative matchup.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Well, AI is officially in the three-point contest at All-Star Weekend. Now, I asked him if he had any special preparation techniques. He said he gets in a lot of reps, so he won't tire out on the later racks. Well, that is an idea. We'll see if he can pull it off. Guys?
Glad his name will be on that list of shooters. Thank you, David.
And just looking at the field of participants, adding AI to that bunch, and this could be the best three-point contest we've ever seen.
Goes to Houston. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Robert Covington out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Mr. Perfect. Now here's Paul. Here's Harden. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, over time, Harden has really mastered the pump fake. Amazing watching him continue to trick the defense time and time again.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Towns, no luck. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Houston. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they filled the Wolves.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten a win.
Saric, that's good.
Yeah, you know, Saric can get it done just about from anywhere, and he's comfortable firing from mid-range, too.
Harden outside. Teardrop shot. Here's Fareed. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Fareed's got his first bucket of the night. Bill, it's interesting. More than 50 colleges and universities now offers scholarships in esports. I did not know this, and that number is probably only going to go up.
Yeah, it makes sense too. What's more popular, esports or water polo? No offense to the water polo players, but come on.
These kids love it. They cannot get enough of these games.
Yeah, every college should have esports.
Here's Towns following the basket by Chris Paul.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Harden outside. The pass to Paul. Rockets hits. Takes the 13-footer and all around the rim that time before dropping in.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The shot's good from Mr. Perfect. For Houston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Paul outside. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Paul's got 6.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Mr. Perfect. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Well, I like the way Towns reads where the ball is coming off when it's missed, and he's got excellent timing as well, and did a good job beating everybody to the ball.
Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
The feed to Shortage. Rockets with the rebound.
And the defense that time was late, and you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
Covington with the steal. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And with the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard showing us this month's top passers. And you look at Mr. Perfect, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Chris Paul, right behind him. He's another guy that knows how to get the ball to his teammates, Clark, in places that make them successful.
If you look at the work of these two players over that period, you might have to say we're looking at the 2 best passers in the NBA.
Bill, the way that super teams are being put together right now, good or bad for the league?
I'm confused. I have been watching this league since I was a kid. We've always had super teams. There's never been an era where we didn't. What do people think the Jordan era Bulls were? And what do they think the Shaq, Kobe Lakers were? This is how the league is. I think what bothers people this time around specifically is that the Warriors won 73 games and they added Kevin Durant. Now, I get it. I get why it bothers people. On the other hand, your job as a franchise is to tilt the competitive advantage in any way you can toward your favor. They did a great job building their team. They did a great job building enough cap space for this year that everybody knew was coming. The summer 2016, we knew the cap was going to jump, and they played it perfectly, and they got Kevin Durant out of it. He played it perfectly, too. He was on a team he wasn't going to win the title in OKC. He wasn't going to win the title playing with Westbrook. Not to sound like a Durant apologist, but he wants to win a title and beat LeBron James. If you're going to do that, you're going to try to get on the best possible team you can.
Looking at the Timberwolves, let's see where they rank in the NBA statistics right now.
And you mentioned their steals. I mean, it's great defensive anticipation that has them at the top of the rankings. They've been tremendous at reading the offense and getting into those passing lanes.
Here's Harden. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
Aggressive in deep. Once Harden gets to a spot he likes, he goes right to work.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to Sharch. And he banks in the layup.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more off the screen in that situation. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter steal, but not who you want to leave open.
Now Commissioner Adam Silver believes the 2K Esports League will have the staying power of the NBA, WNBA, the G League. Pretty powerful comment to make.
And I hope he's right, because I want to be the lead color guy. I want us to be the team. Why can't we ask Kevin Harlan? Let's do that. Cut me the check. As Rasheed Wallace would say, CTC, cut the check.
Bill Simmons is here.
I'm ready.
Now here's Paul. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Wasted no time on that one. Sharge has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Now that's confidence. Sharge says, in Dario I trust.
Harden outside. Paul with the 3. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's Mr. Perfect, defended by Paul. Knocked away. Paul with the steal. Here's House. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
This is it to Mr. Perfect. Unable to get that one. And Houston the other way. Both loose. 3 dishes to Harden. He kicks it to Paul. Again, the Rockets score.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal, superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Okogie guarded by Harden. Towns the pass to Mr. Burke. Some solid D from Paul. Houston leading by 4. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Well, it's just been one of those kind of games for him.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Lets it fly. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Here's Sharge. And no good. The tri-spell continuing for him. Bill, a top advisor for the U.S. High School Athletics and Activities Division, recommended that schools adopt esports programs. What's your take on it?
I'm all in. It's probably my son's only chance to go to college, so I really hope it happens. No, listen, the world changes every decade, and you got to change with it. And the reality is, esports is one of the biggest things we have now. And if you're under 15, you're way more likely to play video games and be good at that than you are to do anything else. So why wouldn't we be able to benefit from that? The whole esports in general, just the audiences they're getting, and as a spectator event, that's been building. So why wouldn't that be?
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout. Thinking about how much sports video gaming has changed over the decades, Bill. Can you imagine a 13, 14-year-old Bill Simmons with the 2K product? You would just be all over that, wouldn't you?
You have no idea, Kevin Harlan. I was there for every step of the video game revolution. I had a television and an Atari. I had Nintendo. I had Super Nintendo. I had all 3 of the first PlayStations.
You played them all the time.
I played entire Madden seasons on the treadmill when I was like in my early 30s. Try playing any video game on the treadmill. Try it. And try not falling off. It's impossible.
I'm sure
I've been there every step of the way. I am pro esports. Basketball, I'm jealous of the people who can play 2K well, because there's just, that sounds like an old guy, but so many buttons and so many things to remember. I'm always so impressed when people just remember all the combinations and stuff. I'm jealous.
Like your son does.
My son can do it.
I know.
But I could have done it. I know you could. I want to take 1984 me out of a time machine and just give me this game. I would have unleashed.
Yeah, but 13-year-old Bill Simmons would like what 40-year-old Bill Simmons is.
13-year-old Bill Simmons would be amazed that 48-year-old Bill Simmons was getting paid to do anything. He'd really be excited about that. Just that he wasn't living at home. We would have been fired up.
Here's Knight after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Outside Gordon. Jacks up a 3. That shot off. And Minnesota will come the other way.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and combination of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And so here is Houston after the basket by Dario Saric. Knight against Wiggins, and there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. Bill, several of your books have been bestsellers. How did it feel to see your work so well received around the world?
I think I was really happy that the basketball book did well because I spent a long time writing it, like 700 pages. And when it got mailed to me, it was so big, I thought people would just be terrified of it. And, you know,
I think they embraced the
size. I think they did. They liked it. I designed it for people to be able to put on their toilet or bring on an airplane or whatever they want to do with it. But I was always amazed that there wasn't a basketball book that tried to kind of group all these other books and some of the opinions and all the misinformation. Like the fact that, honestly, the reason I wanted to write the book was just that people thought Will Chamberlain was better than Bill Russell. And yet every single thing written in the 60s was that Bill Russell was better. And all the players would say Bill Russell was better. And when they played together, Bill Russell's team won. So it's like, how do we get to the point where people think Will Chamberlain is better? So it was that and some other stuff that made me want to write the book.
And Gordon just continues to prove why he's so valuable. He knows he's out there to shoot the ball, and he does it very well.
Jones checked in for the Timberwolves. Gordon hits both of them. 1:24 left in the first quarter of the game. Jones with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Here's Saric from the right block. The shot is good. Saric has got 10 points in the game.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 in his first set.
And here is Cephalosha. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Lob pass to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
The 6'10" Capella showing you some bounce on that alley-oop.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to come. To the inside. Here's Saric. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. 12 points for him.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Knight kicks to Cephalosha. Capella trying to free himself up. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, I tell you what, Clint Capella does a really good job of playing with such energy and effort, particularly on the glass, and because of that, he can hurt you on the boards.
Now here's Jones. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Takes the 13-footer, just 5 on the clock. And Towns gets it to go.
Towns has remarkable range for a big guy, and he also has a good sense for when he should shoot those shots.
Big-time effort for Dario Saric, providing a lot of energy for Minnesota. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All-Star teams being finalized. We talked to AI about his first trip to the All-Star game weekend.
I'd be lying if I told you that it wasn't a big deal. You can't really focus on getting picked for the team because as soon as you do, your game starts to dip. So when I heard that I made the roster, it felt like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. Obviously, it's a huge honor, and I'm looking forward to putting on a show for the fans.
There's going to be a lot of debate about who should and who shouldn't be on the All-Star rosters, but hard to argue with AI's inclusion.
You know, there's debate every year, Kevin, but there should be no conversation when it comes to AI. The things he's done for this team and how involved he is on both ends of the floor are undeniable.
And we resume our Valentine's Day broadcast. Glad to have you with us. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
Yeah, exactly. Right from the start, Greg, they were looking to get out and run, sprinting to their opportunities.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Minnesota, Jones and Wiggins, the backcourt. Then it's O'Neal. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Collier in at the 4 spot.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
Bill, you've done quite a few player interviews over your life, and I'm sure there are some guys that have surprised you with what they've got to say.
Yeah. I think we're in a really cool generation with basketball players where they're these really thoughtful guys who aren't afraid to share stuff. You know, some of the guys try to protect their images and their kind of their manufactured reputations, I would say, to some degree. But for the most part, the candidness of some of these guys, you can't hide on a podcast. If I have you for an hour, you're not going to be able to dodge stuff. You're going to have to come.
You challenged me, which is that's the beauty of the podcast.
Well, and I don't have notes, so I do it. I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're going. And you got to be ready.
That's how Larry King used to do it.
Yeah. So some guys are ready. Like Durant was great. Durant was ready to talk. We did 5 podcasts. And everything's on the table with him. But my favorites are, somebody like Kyrie came in, really smart, kind of sort of ready to go, but not totally, but then got into it. And those are usually the best.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
That's the aggressive side of Wiggins, taking it up inside, inviting, embracing, and taking on the foul. Two.
First free throw is good. I want to get back to what we were chatting about, Bill, with how today's NBA players are so media ready, whether it be interviews or social media. Your take is really interesting.
I think in general, all these guys, the guys now are so used to talking to people and being in front of people. And, they're not surprised by questions, and they know how to handle themselves. They know how to not get in trouble, and they're comfortable. Maybe
They've kind of grown up with you, though, too. You know what? You've been relevant for many years.
Well,
they've grown up with your stuff.
To be honest, a lot of them just know me as the white guy on NBA Countdown. They might not have read me, but they remember like that year I was with Jalen Rose. But what's weird is
I think you'd be surprised more.
Well, you know this too. When you're on TV, the credibility you get from being on TV, I wasn't prepared for within the NBA. Oh, really? I think that's true. Yeah, I think it's like, oh, he's on TV, he's okay. And maybe they don't agree with you all the time, but you've passed some imaginary checkpoint with those guys.
Well, you may think that TV was your validation. This is going to be your validation.
100%.
2K. This is it. I'm stamping you right now.
This is better than winning a Pulitzer Prize.
We know about the love affair you have with the NBA, and you've written about it for so long. Started with the $4 ticket in Boston with your dad.
Yeah, my dad bought season tickets for the 1973-74 Boston Celtics, and it was only one ticket. And I think it was $4 a game, probably like $160 total. And he used to carry me in mainly because they didn't want to pay for a babysitter. So I started going to games that year, probably sleeping through a lot of them, and they won the title.
How old were you in 72?
So I was 4.
4 years old.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember anything from that season. The first season I remember is the year later when they lost before the finals to Washington. And then the year later they won the famous finals against Phoenix, the triple overtime game. I was there.
Was Cowens on that team?
Cowens, Havlicek,
Yep.
JoJo White.
Yep.
And I was at the triple overtime game in the 76 finals. It was probably the most famous NBA game ever. The kids out there now would nominate like Game 7, 2016 or something. Triple overtime game was the most famous game ever. And I slept through the entire second half in the first overtime. But then woke up because everybody was standing the whole second overtime, so I had to get up.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. So it's the Rockets opening. Wiggins up top, defended by Gordon. And that one's good. Wiggins.
The main area of emphasis for Wiggins moving forward has to keep knocking it down from the mid-range.
Jones against Paul. Over Jones. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Gotta give the defense credit. That was a great contest on a high percentage shot in the paint.
Now Wiggins. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington.
Look at this little fella going in there and eating up some glass.
And the foul called on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul. Fareed's checked in for the Rockets. James Harden comes in for Eric Gordon. And then for Minnesota, Robert Covington comes in for Andrew Wiggins. And it's Teague in for Tyus Jones. Shot to win a game. You can pick any player. Who's going to take that shot for you?
Kevin Durant. I think he has the most ways to get a good shot up. I always look at it as, is it a quality shot to get up? So he can post the smaller guy up. He can shoot a three. He's got the pull-up hit. Jumper, as he calls it. He can go to the lane and pump fake and do a little drop step, and I just think he has the most moves. Some people would say LeBron, but am I getting regular season LeBron or playoff LeBron?
Playoff LeBron.
Playoff LeBron would be my number one choice.
He'd be pretty good.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
Regular season LeBron, I'm not as enthused about.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Barry. Kicks to T. Towns against Fareed. Fades away. Clock is at 3. Shoots a 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Rockets trail by 9. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Barry, guarded by Harden. And it's the Rockets on the break. Harden's got the ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, that was a masterful read from the talented Harden. I mean, he's at his best when he's attacking in the open court. Nobody better.
Over in the corner, Paul. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now, here's O'Neal. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Feeds it to Towns. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And finds Paul. Now, here is Harden. Not a lot of room. Second shot opportunity. And the rejection by Towns.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the Pacers in Indiana. Really left alone that time. And that's 20 points for Chris Paul.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
And there's the pass to Barry. He kicks to O'Neal. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
Passes it to Harden. Shoots the 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. O'Neal passes to Covington. Over House. And he makes good on his first shot of the game. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. Sinks the triple. Harden's got 13 points.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
shot.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to Washington. No good. That would have tied it. Minnesota in the lead. He has a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Mr. Perfect in the last outing against the Wizards put on a show. He ended up with 50 points and seemed to be playing in slow motion with a huge number of assists. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. I mean, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on this game.
Greg, something really stoked his fire. Man, there was no holding him back. And when a player is that locked in, you just got to sit back and enjoy the ride.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Rockets making the shot. Kenneth Faried pulls it in. Fareed's got 8 rebounds in this game.
This has been a rough, turbulent outing for him so far. Fortunately, the rest of his team has bailed him out. Well, I liked the first quarter he had. I mean, and I'm loving the second quarter even more. Playing with a lot of momentum right now. And really, all credit to the pass there. I mean, he angled it just right. Set up the basket beautifully.
Hey, Bill, thanks for coming by. Fantastic stuff as usual. We really appreciate your time.
Appreciate being on Go Celtics.
You can't root on these.
I'm absolutely rooting. That's my team.
And Clark, always great to have Bill with us, a content creator who really taps into what the audience is thinking.
Could not agree with you more. Amen to all of that, Kevin. He's got a very loyal fan base and readers and viewers that share his vision, not just on sports, but on life. And that strong connection he has with them is admirable.
And offensively, they've gotten stuck on the perimeter, fallen in love with the jumper.
And maybe shying away from contact a bit too, Greg. I mean, their free throw attempts are also down from the first quarter.
And here is Knight following the three from Mr. Perfect. Livingston dishes to Knight. Got a piece of it. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Šarić. Here's Mr. Perfect. Timberwolves passing it around. Šarić has the open look, and again it's Minnesota.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
You know, they seem to be on the same page out there, Greg. I mean, definitely the momentum is with them.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 15. Faried, right side. Pass to Livingston. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot. They get it back. Faried, no good. Here's Mr. Perfect. Covington with the bucket. And it's a 9-point Timberwolves lead.
And that's how you move basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
That'll do it for the first half. The Timberwolves on top, up 9. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. But keep doing it and come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. Just joining us in this one. First half is in the books. One half to go. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
The engine of this team, Paul and Harden in the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with Kenneth Fareed. And it's House in at the 3. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now here's Paul. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Chris Paul. Fans can see what a team is doing on the court, but they can't see behind the scenes. In your experience, what are some of the hallmarks of a team with great locker room chemistry?
Yeah, it varies from team to team. You got various personalities, but I think the one common theme is really a respect for each other and a willingness to sacrifice for each other. That creates an atmosphere for people to be their best. The teams that have good chemistry, there may be friction, there may be drama, but underneath any of that is a real respect for each other and a commitment to sacrificing for each other.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. Definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down. Take a look at the Rockets offense, and they become lean and mean. Very few mid-range shots, no long twos. It's all threes and points in the paint. They keep their menu tight, and it works for them.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Blue shots.
Well, free throw drops for Towns. You talked about the Rockets' focus offensively. It's all on Harden and Chris Paul.
Yeah, they're the main shot creators for that offense. Everybody else better be happy spotting up, setting picks and rolling, and scoring in transition. The Beard and CP going to have the ball in their hands most of the time. It's funny, guys. I'm still not sure that Chris Paul gets enough credit for just how special he is as a player. I'm not sure why that is. Very few players in league history have been able to impact the game at both ends of the floor at his elite level.
And you look at Chris Paul's numbers, they stack up to any point guard that's ever played the game. Clark, what do you think is the most underrated part of Chris Paul's game?
Well, I would think it would be his defense and his perimeter shooting. I don't think he gets the credit for being a perimeter shooter he is, but defense would stand out to me.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Knocks it loose. Covington passes to Mr. Perfect. Okogie. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 7 points in the game.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
Harden surveying the D's. Harden with the stop.
Man, it's fun watching Harden use the pick and roll to his advantage, getting space off his screen, letting it fly with ease.
Towns, the pass to Mr. Perfect. Back to Towns, and Capella sends it back.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebound advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the board, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And you can sense things now starting to tighten up. Their offense has become unstoppable.
Hey, Greg, I'm not quite sure why it took them as long as it did to finally get things going, but as we always say, better late than never.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Rockets.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
And the foul on Harden. That's his first foul. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. And the Timberwolves with possession here. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. That gives them the lead. And it's now 22 points for James Harden.
And Harden right there demonstrating why he's a top-tier scorer. Gets these long shots off quickly.
And slam dunk by Short.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Here's Capella following the bucket by the Timberwolves. A floater, and it's laid in by Paul.
touch from the line. Always important for bigger guys to be able to come through at the stripe.
To the middle. It's deflected. Towns with the steal. They get a hand on it. Houston's gotten a three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. And it's Gordon missing.
Excellent concentration from the deep. Intimidated the shooter, bothered him, distracted him, and made him think twice as he went in for that layup.
Rockets have gone 7-9 from the field to start this second half. Some tremendous shooting from them. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. Mr. Perfect's got 19 points. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for Minnesota?
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's Mr. Perfect following the basket by Chris Paul. Got a piece of it, but he gets it back. Down low, here's Mr. Perfect, and easy 2 points on the layup. 21 points in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Harden kicks to Paul. He feeds it to Capella. And the rejection by Towns.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Outside. That one drops for him. Harden's got 9 points in the quarter.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Here's Towns. Good for basket number 7 tonight on a not so unlucky 13 shots.
You see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Outside from 13. Again, the Rockets score.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
To the paint. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Good work there as it goes.
I don't think there's anybody better than Harden converting through contact. Superb in that area because he's crafty, he's strong, and he's skilled.
Tyus Jones, he's checked in for Minnesota.
You know, when Chris Paul came to the Rockets, a lot of people questioned if he and James Harden would be able to share the ball. Both known for being ball-dominant guards. I think you'd have to say it's worked out pretty well.
And I think Chris Paul never comfortable with that ball-dominant label, Greg. He never played with another guard who could create, certainly on the level of Harden.
No doubt about it. I mean, Mo P, J.J. Redick, guys who were great shooters, but really more off the ball players.
Mind the lane.
Needed to be that kind of a playmaker. But with Harden, he has someone just as gifted at creating baskets for himself and others.
Good from Mr. Perfect. Here is Harden. He's got 29 points. Woke loose. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll head back home to host the Phoenix Suns. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And that one against the Raptors, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Dario Saric putting in the work defensively there. Nice job that time.
The Timberwolves working the ball around them.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
The Timberwolves have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And that one falls for Jones. You had a terrific amateur career. You made NBA all-rookie first team. Can't exactly call you a late bloomer at all. You were really thriving.
Yeah, I had a lot of great people around me, Kevin, from the time I started playing in middle school to high school, college, the pros. Actually was fortunate. Herb Williams, a teammate of mine in college at Ohio State, was also with the Pacers when I got there. So that helped my transition immensely to have a friend, veteran guy in the league. He had been there a year before me, break me in, and then I had an opportunity to play a lot and show what I could do, but I attribute it to good fortune, favor, and a lot of good people.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Collier, covered by Cephalosha. Cephalosha with the steal. Livingston looking for the opening. Gordon for three. Saric grabs the board. Minnesota leading by 4. Outside, Jones. Here's Mr. Perfect. Saric, right side. Inside. And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Saric. Jones has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Livingston kicks tonight. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
Jones, the pass to Mr. Perfect. Here's Collier, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's the call on Mr. Perfect. That's his third foul of the game. Timberwolves on defense. Cephalosha kicks tonight. Bob pass to Capella. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
You know, Capella, one of the very best in the league at getting out of the screen and getting to the right spot.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. Now here's Jones. He's got 8. Here's Mr. Perfect. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Eric Gordon.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And so he hits both.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
This is how you do it. That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Cephalosha's shot is good.
Brandon Knight started to pass the on.
Here's Mr. Perfect. He has 29. Pass to Wiggins, and stolen by Gordon. Wiggins finds Saric. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists now in this one. Knight looking for an opening. Inside. And with that shot, the Minnesota Wiz cut to just 1 point on the basket from Capella.
When Capella plays with force inside, watch out. I like his intensity.
And the foul called on Brandon Knight. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And he knocks down the free throw. Smith checked in for the Rockets. Timberwolves also changing it up. Robert Covington's checked in for Wiggins, and Berry subbed in for Tyus Jones.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Now, here's Knight. 8 points for him. The 3 from Cephalosha. Sinks the three-pointer. Cephalosha's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
I'll tell you what, it does not matter who's shooting. The defense has got to be better at getting a hand up on long-range shooters. You've got to challenge the shot.
And the pass to Mr. Perfect. Back to Saric. Shoots over Capella, and the shot is long. Houston's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Livingston kicks tonight. For the lead, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Saric. For Houston, they have an exceptional shooting field.
last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
Houston making a switch. Fareed is checked in. And there's Knight. That's good on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists now in this one. Barry, the pass from Mr. Burton. This is it to Collins. Here's Mr. Perfect. He's starting by 9. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Here's Sharp. Kept alive, Minnesota. Will it go? That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Collier.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Now here's Knight. 12 points for him. Drops in the layup for 2. Knight's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Mr. Perfect, and the layup's good off the glass.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. And Sean Livingston, one of the most unique players in the league, Greg.
6'7" point guard who excels hitting turnaround jumpers in the post. A bouncy finisher around the rim, a personal defender, and really a cagey playmaker. No one else like him in our league.
Here's Mr. Perfect. 33 points for him. Trying to find Covington. Gets it to him. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Collier. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. O'Neal checked in for the Timberwolves. Teague comes in for Barry. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. It's rebounded by Houston. Fareed's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Houston. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This All-Star Saturday night. Don't miss the battle of the long ball as the NBA's top sharpshooters take to the court for the three-point contest.
And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Our biggest thing down that other end, guys, everybody into them, make them feel you. They're going to make shots anyway. We just can't get them to them.
Emphasizing how critical defense is now.
And they need more of it at this point. He's right on the money with that one. They've got to defend with passion.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Robert Covington out there with O'Neal. Then there's Teague. Then it's Mr. Perfect. And it's Towns in at the 5, roaming the paint. And a moment now, look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Houston.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
And Fareed throws it down.
Fareed known for being a great dunker. Give him any room to work with, and he's getting to that rim.
Pass to Mr. Perfect. It's Covington on the wing. Covered by Smith. Back to Covington. In the corner, O'Neal with it. The Timberwolves working the ball around them. Here's Mr. Perfect. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. And that's now 35 points for Mr. Perfect.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it. Oh, and the lead gets bigger by a
want this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg Jessup with the doctor ordered us some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
It's Covington on the wing. To the inside. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Teague. Here's Mr. Perfect. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow. Mr. Perfect's got 38 points. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Livingston dishes to Smith. It's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's Towns. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Man, that's a tough ball. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Houston making some changes. House is checked in, and James Harden subbed in for Brandon Knight. And it's Paul with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Back to Capella. Shoots over Towns, and the rejection by Towns. And as it moves out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Wiggins is checked in for Jeff Teague. Here's Paul. No good again that time. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Timeout called the Rockets.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, guys, over that last break, I listened to Mike D'Antoni talk to his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way. He wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Harden with it. It's a 2-point differential. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Harden's got 17 now, just in the second half. The pass to Mr. Perfect. Towns down low. Capella covered. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Ball right side. He can't get that one to fall. Timberwolves go the other way with it. And no good. Good work defensively by Harden. Here is House, covered by Wiggins. Kicks to Capella, and the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays.
You know, one of the things you admire most about Clint Capella is that he plays to his strengths. He doesn't do stuff that he can't do. An athletic big man who, in that way, is similar to DeAndre Jordan.
Here's Harden. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And James Harden taking home the MVP award in 2018. And Clark, well deserved.
It sure sure was, Kevin. A career mark in scoring a league-high 30 points a game. The first player ever to drop 60 points as part of a triple-double. It certainly was his year.
Higgins outside. Stolen by Harden. And there's the call on Mr. Perfect. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And you've got to be more careful in that situation. That's his 5th foul, and now he's walking a fine line.
Now here's Paul from 13. It's good. Paul's got 12 points in just the second half.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
To the middle, here's Mr. Perfect at ball. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Now, here is Harden. For Reed, left side. Poked away. Rockets have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's Harden. Minnesota with the rebound. Wiggins outside, 16 feet away. Rebounded by Capella.
And not give him that much room for mid-range. They got to feel lucky he didn't knock that one down.
Harden kicks to Paul. To the paint. Wants to get to Fareed and does.
You know, this is why they trust Paul to run the offense. I mean, he's so good at getting the ball to guys on time and on target.
And the Timberwolves call timing. And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Okogie, guarded by Harden. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
A pretty free look from three-point range. The D forgot about him on that possession.
You know, Greg, I think that might have been intentional. It perhaps was not an accident because he's typically not the guy that's taking that shot at this stage of the game.
And so here is Houston following the three by Minnesota. And Fareed throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Harden left side. That shot off, and Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Mr. Perfect. And again, that gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
All finds Fareed. Capella with it. Pass to House. From 13, Minnesota with the rebound.
When he's got that kind of positioning, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
And that one's good. Wiggins. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Perfect execution. That's how you take advantage of a transition opportunity.
And stolen by Wiggins. Passes to Mr. Perfect. From deep. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Rockets shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Capella, the best of Fareed. It's deflected. Wiggins surveying the floor. From deep. Minnesota gets it back with a new shot clock. From deep. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to 9 in the bucket from Paul. Okogie, guarded by Harden. Towns, the pass to Mr. Perfect. Towns, wide open. Gets an open look and hits. Towns has got 10 points here in the second half.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today?
when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Wiggins. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Tuesday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards.
And for the matchup with the Cavs, you know they're going to want to make a statement in that contest. Taking down the top team in the East could definitely turn some heads.
It always seems that coaches get fired a lot, and there's kind of the rotating names there. But the GMs who hire them stay in place. What's your take on that?
Yeah, you know, it's fairly complex, Kevin. I don't know if we have enough time to delve in it effectively here, but my initial feeling is every circumstance is a little different. Sometimes it's a little easier to move the coach than the general manager for whatever reason. But there should be more accountability for GMs, not just for who they draft, but also who they hire as coaches. So I'm mixed, but I kind of understand why sometimes the coach is a little more readily expendable.
Saric nails them both.
And, you know, really, Saric's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. One hand, full punch.
And the Timberwolves call time. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team, while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Timberwolves leading by 9. Poked away. The feed now to Towns. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got 25 points.
You know, defensively, there's not a lot you can do in that situation. I mean, Towns is just so big and strong and long. Really hard to stop him in the paint.
And the tough by Capella.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Unless you're the team getting punched on. That would be the difference.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for
What's
one.
up? Come on, this is a big guy here, Towns. I mean, you got to foul him a lot harder than that to stop the shot. I mean, he's just too strong. Now he gets a chance to add one more at the line.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Timberwolves. To the inside. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Fareed.
This is Fareed's bread and butter now. He finishes inside because he stays within himself.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And Towns gets it to go.
Still attacking, building on this lead coming down the stretch.
Yeah, he's clicking right now, and at the right time, too, Greg. I mean, playing with a bunch of confidence in this fourth quarter.
Now here's Harden. It's the ball. Elbow shot is on the way. Here's another rebound. He holds in his 20th rebound.
Dominating the glass.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to Towns.
And this is Karl Anthony Towns at his very best. When he's got it going like this, he keeps it going.
Rockets trail by 14. We've got 1:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Harden kicks to Paul. They've been the 90s, Clark, when we saw the pick and roll really become a common type play. Defenses have now adjusted somewhat, but many offenses still rely on it now.
Man, you go way back to the 50s and 60s. The pick and roll has been one of the hardest plays to defend since really basketball came into existence, quite honestly. There's a lot of pressure on the defense, and now with the interchangeable parts that many teams have, you have the real challenge of small guys setting screens on big guys and creating havoc. So screen and roll action, always a very important part of the game and a hard set to cover well on defense.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Timberwolves.
this is a game where the defense, Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
And not only are they on their way to winning this game, this also gives them a win in the season series.
And Greg, I don't think we can overstate how significant that was for them today. I mean, beating a conference opponent 3 out of 4 times, that's no easy feat.
And looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Mr. Perfect.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Alders, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
All-time defender?
That's a good question.
My position, or
I have to go with Gary Payton.
Michael Jordan?